Human physiology. We're just going to go over the principal organ systems. Firstly, the cardiovascular system. The cells of large multicellular animals cannot derive the oxygen and nutrients they need directly from the external environment. These must be transported to the cells. This is one of the principal functions of the blood, which circulates within the blood vessels by virtue of the pumping action of the heart. The right side of the heart pumps the blood around the lungs where it absorbs oxygen from the air, while the left side pumps oxygenated blood around the rest of the body to supply the tissues. Fluid exchanged between the blood plasma and the tissues passes into the lymphatic system, which eventually drains into the blood. The respiratory system. The energy required for performing the various activities of the body is ultimately derived from respiration. This process involves the oxidation of foodstuffs, principally sugars and fats, to release the energy they contain. The oxygen needed for this process is absorbed from the air in the lungs and carried to the tissues by the blood. The carbon dioxide present as a result of the respiratory activity of the tissues is carried to the lungs by the venous blood to be lost in the expired air. The digestive system. The nutrients needed by the body are derived from the diet. Food is taken in by the mouth and broken down into its component parts by enzymes in the gastrointestinal tract. The digestive products are then absorbed into the blood across the wall of the intestine and passed to the liver via the portal vein. The liver makes nutrients available to the tissues both for their growth and repair and for the production of energy. The kidneys and urinary tract. In the course of metabolism, non-volatile waste products are produced which need to be eliminated from the body. This is one of the key functions of the kidneys. Another is the control of the composition of the extracellular fluid. To perform these functions, the kidneys produce urine which is temporarily stored in the bladder before voiding. The reproductive system. Reproduction is one of the fundamental characteristics of living organisms. The gonads produce specialised sex cells known as gametes. At the core of sexual production is the creation and fusion of the male and female gametes, the sperm and eggs, with the result that the genetic characteristics of two separate individuals are mixed to produce offspring which differ genetically from their parents. The musculo-skeletal system. This consists of the bones of the skeletons, skeletal muscles, and their associated tissues. Its primary function is to provide a means of movement which is required for locomotion, for the maintenance of posture, and for breathing. It also provides physical support for the internal organs. The endocrine and nervous system. The activities of different organ systems need to be coordinated and regulated so that they act together to meet the needs of the body. Two coordinating systems have evolved, the nervous system and the endocrine system. The nervous system uses electrical signals to transmit information very rapidly to specific cells. Thus the nerves pass electrical signals to the skeletal muscles to control their contraction. The endocrine system secretes chemical agents, hormones, which travel in the bloodstream to the cells on which they exert a regulatory effect. Hormones play a big role in the regulation of many different organs and are particularly important in the regulation of the menstrual cycle and other aspects of reproduction. The immune system. The immune system provides the body's defence against infection, both by killing invading organisms and by eliminating diseased or damaged cells. Although it is helpful to study how each organ performs its own functions, it is essential to realise that the activity of the body as a whole is dependent on the intricate interactions between the various organ systems. If one part fails, the consequences are found throughout the whole body. For example, if the kidneys fail, the regulation of the internal environment is impaired, which in turn leads to disorder of functions elsewhere. I'll go into more detail into each of these organ systems at a later date. This is just a quick overview of what they do and what their importance is to the body.